to a mentality reason that your RTAs, you're like, oh, I can just reset. Oh, I can reset.
Yeah.
You're not under that pressure to perform. And I think some people are just better at performing under pressure. And when you're running RTA, like at least with myself, I'm not that disciplined when I'm running RTA. But when it's a race, I focus. And I think that's what these two runners will need to do because I think they're close enough to each other that they both need to really focus down to do well today.
Yeah, I think that was pretty accurate what you said. And just having looked back at the race stats between Xander and TNT, you know, they've raced quite a lot in different categories. It's always quite close.
Indeed, and now we have started the race.
Nice.
So,
also welcome, guys. Welcome to Storster.
Xander actually got disco jump on the start screen.
I think that's a time save of about 3 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right. There's not really much to say in World 1, especially in the first level of the run. It is literally just showing technique. Like if you get this wrong, it's not good. But both players having a solid first level, anything can happen from here.
Yep, and even though pretty much
TNT gets this 3-6-1.
Oh, nice. Yeah, even though like most of these runners, like most runners would find Y3 pretty simple. You know, even though there are some like difficult jumps, but like everyone does it so much that the muscle memory is so strong. But after this is when most people relax just a little bit. It can feel good to get box jump.
I mean, I'd say like after World 1, I think that's when it separates the average player from the top players because you make a mistake in World 2, at least in this run, if you don't know no cape, no star strats, you're stuck because you have to go back and get a cape, and that's a significant time loss.
Yeah, that's where it usually falls apart for most runners. Just getting into the end of World 2, and then things just start to happen.
So Xander has a PB of 40.27. That's his old splits. No, he's comparing against average. No, Xander's a 36 something. I have to check that on SRL. Give me 2 ticks, my dudes. I should probably have this information to hand. So both runners actually having quite a solid run.
Yeah, and even though Xander got a couple of PBs, he could really improve that time. He hasn't done that many complete runs.
So Xander has a 35.57. I just need to see if TNT is on. Well,
yeah, Xander could easily get a low 34, probably a 33. I don't see why not. Like Xander's good enough, easily.
I can't see anything for TNT, but he's because no cape no star is a 36. But
yeah, actually, he didn't have a PB updated, so I basically used his no cape no star as his seed for this. Because both Xander and TNT seeds were absolutely killed by the fact that they didn't actually have super updated times.
So it looks like TNT got the faster kill, but actually 240 total game time with Xander 241. I didn't see the whistle split. I'm also need to refresh TNT's stream, just keep it current. So both runners made it into World 2 without too much of a hiccup. I have no sound. Right, there we go. So here's where it could all go wrong if they miss the cape grab, but I don't think any of the runners will. But Xander and TNT managed to cape grab without any problem, as would be expected from some solid runners. So it looks like TNT has actually got high earlier than Xander. There's not really much to say.
You, Dad, welcome. Good morning, Dev. How are things?
So Xander 360s, TNT also 361.
Very nice.
So here, let's hope they can both get shell grab strats and no one loses cape. This would be a horrible place to lose it. It's nothing much is happening. Interesting to note that they both entered the pipe at the same time by the looks of it. Both grabbed the shell perfectly, no problems. I think TNT grabbed the P-switch a little bit better than Xander just there. I don't think that will cost them. There's nothing to separate them at this point. Anyone could win at this point. Oh, right, yeah, the routes are the same. So now both runners entering the first ghost house. Should be pretty standard for both runners, unless one of them runs off into a hole, which I hope I never see. TNT gets door, Xander gets door, both finishing with 283. So both runners are now entering Donut Plains 3. It's a quite fun strat to do at the beginning of this one, where you jump on the platforms. Hopefully they can... Yep, both... Oh, Xander doesn't get flight, so he's going for the backup strat. And hopefully... Yep, he gets his flight. So that'll cost him a little bit, but it's not a death. So he's still in with a running. That was interesting to see Xander not get that, because he's usually consistent at getting that.
Yeah, it is pretty consistent, but sometimes it can just be a bit of an oversight. It's a really weird spot. Like, it is super, super consistent, but, like, even Stan missed it once. Like, it is possible to miss. Like, I miss it maybe, like, 2% of the time.
Yeah, lately, without practice, I've been missing it, but it's that timing at the beginning. If you don't get the beginning right, you're not going to get the P-speed and the flight at the end. And I think Xander went a little bit too early. But this is a flyover level. There's not really much to say other than don't grab the Yoshi.
Yep, indeed. Pretty much most of the categories that you do with Cape going through this level picks up Yoshi, so sometimes it's possible to kind of go down low as if you're going to grab them. But,
well, I've grabbed in the No Starworld. Actually, I have grabbed a Yoshi before, just so VD1 was easier, because I just couldn't be bothered to learn VD1 strats.
oh,
So now
well,
they're
that's,
both.
that's another thing.
Yeah, both of them pretty much pull off Morton Room 1 without any problems. There's so much in this race. It's very close. Yep. Morton Fly has gone well for TNT, gone well for Xander. Let's see. Let's hope both of them keep their power-ups. So Xander and TNT seem to change into their fire power-up at the same time. .361, 360. So both of them get a 350. No, sorry. TNT 357, Xander 356. It looks like TNT is getting the more optimal times.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to start saying a little bit more. I've just been soaking in this race a little bit because
Yeah.
this is going quite well.
Yeah,
I think it's really close one.
Yeah, I think it's really close.
This is almost reminiscent of Mr. Cap's match, where it was just such a good match between both of them.
Yeah.
I hope this continues.
Oh, so do I.
Really close.
Yeah.
Really
Xander's
good
golded by 21 seconds there.
Wow, GG.
So GG to Xander for that.
That certainly helps.
Oh yeah. So he'll be feeling good about that, and that might actually put him in a more relaxed frame of mind. And I think that's important against against someone like TNT. So both of them do VD1 fine. It's actually really close. This is a really good race. It's really enjoyable to see two
Very
good
nice.
runners having a good run. So here's another level that if it goes wrong for the runner, it's just a pain. It's not like a pain, but you lose Cape. TNT doing some pretty, I don't know, swag strats there. I think now Xander's just falling behind a little bit now. I now have a cat in my room. Hello. He wants attention. I think he too wants to watch this awesome race between Xander and TNT. So another flyover level. There's not really much to say over this part of the game. It's just keep Cape and carry on flying. Obviously, both runners maintain, or P-speed and get their flight. There's not much between them at this point. I don't want to call a favorite for this race.
That's probably because there isn't.
Yeah.
Based on the seeds, TNT technically, but they're both playing as well, are so well.
Yeah.
That it looks like they're in their flow. And that is really, really
I mean,
important.
it's telling when Xander says jump late because I wasn't paying attention, lol, and still playing a good game. Like, that's how relaxed. That tells me he's relaxed.
Yeah,
He's
not
not
paying
stressing.
attention. Yeah, that's not nerves.
No.
And that's the thing as well. If you go into a match as a clear favorite, and this happened to me and Twitchmaster. Now Twitchmaster played a lot better than I did, obviously, because he's a god at this game.
Yeah.
But seeing someone with a far lower seed than you, 5 seconds behind you, whenever you're playing against your splits, that's
Unnerving.
yeah, and that's why like I was shaking like halfway, like the first half of my race, because it was I never got a clear lead, and Xander's pretty much applying that pressure to TNT.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're both. I think they're both now. They've been in the same level consistently since the start of this race, and it's good to see that. It's good to see a tight race. It's more interesting for us. It's more interesting for the viewers, and it's
Yeah,
also
well,
more interesting for them because there's
well,
nothing worse than racing someone and knowing you're going to win. Because it's just it's at that point it's just showing off technical ability, and it's not as fun.
yeah, I'm very interested to see how this unfolds. This just looks like one of these races. It's going to be very interesting. Though I will say, Twitchmaster, I did back that up. I was very careful about how I said that because you're a god gamer, but it was obvious, like it was scary for you.
Fast Resnor for TNT. Xander also going for fast Resnor. He gets it.
Very nice. White, there are a couple of really exciting levels coming up. Castle 4 is pretty interesting. FY1, FY2. Castle 5 is really, really like spooky. And then pretty much from there, it's, lots of really difficult levels.
I actually, now thinking about it, I think if one of these runners dies in Roy, Castle 5, I think they've lost it. Because they're playing so well now that it will take one death to put the other in the lead. If
Yeah,
they can,
for sure.
if that death doesn't shake them and they can get back into that mindset.
I mean, it would be possible, but if only one person died in a row.
Oh my god, the cat scared the shit out of me. Jesus. Misty. Apologies. So both of them are having a fine BB1. As long as none of them captures a power-up off-screen, they won't softlock. Eric.
That's some pretty good advice. There isn't really much to say about Butter Bridge 1,
other than
just
don't die.
Just don't die because it'll be pretty tough.
It's 2 minutes that you lose.
Yeah. Like, thankfully, the power-up situation isn't too bad. You don't want to be losing that fire flower, but if you've got a cape in Butterbridge 1 and a fire flower, it's either a death or, fine. And it'll nearly always be fine. It's not that demanding. But sometimes it is easy to just have a lapse of judgment and you're just in the death zone.
Oh yeah, it's easy to because it's an auto scroller. It's boring and it's long, and it just seems to never end.
Yeah, but
It's
it's so
easy to
boring.
just to lose concentration for that split second, and as we all know, it's the split second that will cost you a race when you're racing someone as good as you, as in TNT and Xander and vice versa.
Yeah, I think Storster hit the nail on the head there. Even though Castle 5 might be the hardest level and most costly level in this run, it's definitely the most costly. FOI 2 is the most BS one. It's just it
Yeah,
feels unfair at times, whereas like dying in Roy's, it doesn't feel unfair. It just feels awful.
yeah, yeah.
In this
Dying in
category,
Roy's in this category and in all castles, it's so costly and it
and all
throws
castles.
your run. It will throw you off your run.
Yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking.
I'm just touching wood that none of them die in Roy and both of them get good clips in FOI 2.
Yeah, Roy is the only level where I always root everybody. I don't want to see anyone die there. That's just
No.
die
Especially not on
somewhere
a
else.
race this close. Not on a race this close. TNT doing some strats that I should learn. See, will any of them do scroll strat? No, I don't think TNT's doing scroll strat. No, he's... So Xander's now in room 2 of Ludwig, at least from where I'm. I don't think Xander did scroll strat either. No, he didn't. So this is good to see. Two really good runners, similar strats, comfortably racing. Xander getting some good cages. TNT just finishing Ludwig. Xander paused on the fence. I wonder why. It's unusual.
Do you mean he like pressed start, paused, or just stopped? 'Cause I
As
don't
in
have the-
stopped. As in stopped. Yeah.
Oh, right, fair enough. I thought you meant he paused. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the volume on just a little bit.
So both of them comfortably into. Oh, so Patrick said he paused because Cooper was in the way. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you for
right.
that, Storster.
Was it that very last Koopa? Because that's usually
Yeah.
the one to get in the way.
Yeah, TNT's gaining. This is this is quite close though. Still, after Forest 2, we'll know whether we'll know who's
Yeah,
going to win.
well,
I think.
I think it might be TM that calls this split Forest of Killusion. It really is the worst split in the entire run.
Oh yeah.
And if you can get out of Forest of Illusion with a sizable lead, you really should win most of the time. It's such a relief. Now there's a lot that happens after that, but Forest is just it's the big turnaround.
So TNT not going for wings. Okay. Will Xander go for wings? So I know he's been practicing wings.
I'm not super surprised TNT didn't, but because Xander's been practicing and talking about it so much.
He's going for wings. Xander is going for... Nope, he gets P-Balloon. That's unfortunate, because he has been practicing it. But at least he went for it.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. It would probably be unexpected to a lot of people for Xander to go for that, but because he'd been talking about it so much, I thought he might go for it. But, yeah, kudos for trying. Like,
TNT gets first try Forest Clips.
Oh, wow, very nice. Yep.
I mean, it's good to see that. It's easy to do your sub-pixel minute, and it's also easy to get hecked out of there, which has happened to me numerous times. Xander gets first try, I believe.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
Dude.
He gets
oh my word.
This is still so close. I think TNT's ahead by what?
What was more notable about Xander's was that he nearly just didn't even get an attempt to get in there. That was a really good save. Yeah, like he wasn't close to it the first 2 times he tried, but then he just managed to get it. That's pretty important.
I think TNT is about 10 seconds, maybe a little bit more ahead.
Oh, with the key! Like he was very low under that.
Yeah.
Goal tip. Wow.
But Xander is ahead of PB considerably, 20 seconds ahead of PB. So this is still a really good run for him.
I mean, if these guys keep playing as well as they do and Xander loses, this will have been such a good race and a mega PB for Xander. But again, we still have big things coming up, so...
Oh yeah, if one of them misses a crusher skip in Wendy, it's all over. And also, second go ship, you don't want to get that wrong. You don't want to lose cape in VOB 1 either, because VOB 2 is a pain without a cape, unless you know the strats, which Xander should do, as should TNT. TNT gets Roy Fly, which is always a heart in the throat moment. Nice. Right, Xander, don't let the team down. Oh, Xander gets hit by the Podobo.
That's
That's so unfortunate.
It was so close, it nearly got there.
Ah, sorry, TM.
I am really disappointed about that because, again, like I say, it was so close. It really was so close to getting there. I don't even think Xander did much wrong there. It's just one of those things. Like, I got it last night, and I was closer to not getting it than Xander was. That's why it was just so unfortunate. Now, Xander...
Apparently I'm way ahead of commentary, so just apologies there, my dudes.
Like I say, Xander can still make this happen, but he now needs to hope that TNT makes some mistakes.
Yep.
But TNT is playing really solidly, so going into Roy, second try. Gets through that first section. The second section should be no problem. Nice, and that has to be a relief for Xander.
Yeah.
I mean, even though the first time will have been really unfortunate, it's not even that far away. Like,
he's
maybe...
still actually ahead by the looks of his splits.
Oh, well...
Xander's still on PB pace.
No, against his average. He
is that against his... okay.
I would imagine that Xander could get like a 35. I think he can get a 35 still. Maybe... Yeah, well, he can definitely get a 35, like I know he can. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I hope he can get his 35. I'm praying he gets a PB, to be honest, because he's been playing so well lately on every category.
I'm pretty sure he is comparing against average, but that doesn't mean this like isn't really like still a really decent time.
No, this is a very good run.
Okay, so TNT just making his way through Chocolate Island 2. Nothing too demanding there, and wow, very nice pipe fly from Xander. That's another thing he's really consistent at. Really, really good at that pipe fly.
So apparently Xander is comparing against PB, so the figures I'm seeing is he's about 30 seconds ahead of PB, so this is still a good run.
Okay, never mind then. Xander's on Mega PB base. There we go.
Yeah, so this is a brilliant run for Xander. He must be a little bit disappointed he died at Roy, but also not that disappointed because he's on PB pace.
Yeah, that's true. And again, this isn't over. It's, you know, Roy's bad. It is bad, but it's not over. Like, seriously, it isn't over.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Having said that, I would expect TNT to take the win. Like, it's obviously good enough with such a sizable lead.
Oh yeah, he's what, 2 levels ahead now?
Yep. Very nice ghost house from Xander.
We've seen a very good chocolate secret from TNT.
Yeah, it gets the PSP in room 2 as well. It's nice.
Yeah, I've only got PSP there once, and that was not even trying. It was an accident. I didn't even intend to do it. I was like, oh, I got PSP there. I wonder how I did that.
Once you do it a couple of times, you'll get it most of the time.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's just one of those things I haven't practiced because I was like, so much I need to practice.
Yeah, but the first time you get it by accident, it does feel good. Like, whoa, this actually feels really fast. I never realized.
Yeah. So Xander is just finishing up Choco 2, Choco Secret. I don't even know my levels. So hopefully he can catch up.
The way that Xander grabbed the key there, I really appreciate that because I do that sometimes too, just for messing about swag strats.
Yeah. So we've got TNT in Wendy. Will he go for Crusher Skip? Stupid question. Of course he will.
Yep. Pretty much. Probably. Yep.
So Xander is in Choco Secret. Seems to have had a good room 1.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good.
Oh, there we go. Looks like, is that Steven Strat to me? I don't think that's Steven Strat. I think it might be. I need to learn Steven Strat before I talk about it. So TNT's in the Wendy fight. He's still kept his cape and his fire. This guy's bloody good.
Yeah, at this point as well, yeah, he's gonna probably get the backup cape. Oh, well, actually, he probably won't get the backup cape. He'll switch to fire and then take the damage boost. Never mind.
That would be the strat I would think he'd go for. I mean, I try and get double cape because I will have lost my flower at this point.
Yeah, I just had to rethink that because often I don't have 2 power-ups, and I usually wouldn't have the, yeah.
I mean, it's why I go for Unicape in CI1. It's because I know that by the time I get to Sunken Ghost Ship, if I've kept my second power-up, I'll need it.
To be fair, though, I normally don't go for Unicape, but in this tournament, I will always go for Unicape because it is.
Xander also gets Crusher Skip, which is awesome to see. I like seeing that.
Yep.
So TNT is now in the Ghost Ship. He is going for the second cape. So I guess we were both wrong there, Ben. We were both wrong. It would have been more logical for him to change to fire. Do the damage boost. But,
Dude, I just have to say again, like, watching that Castle Sticks from Xander, it is actually really sad that he died on Royce because he's still in his flu. He's playing so well.
He's playing amazingly.
I mean, both runners are playing amazingly, but Xander is, his PB is a 36, so... Oh, okay, sorry, 35.57. The text is small for me. 35.
So TNT and Louis are schooling us on our transitions. Apparently it is quicker. Loses no time if you get the second cape. The transition is slower. And TNT didn't get star. Interesting.
Oh.
That's a tight... I think it was 2 frames that you have to...
3 frames? Like, not that it's much difference. The difference of 50%. Orb.
I'm sorry, that feels so good to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it yet, but
Xander getting the cape as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to call it yet, but I think this is TNT's race to lose now, because he's so far ahead.
It is, and... Well, Valley Advisor 1 is tricky, but, been pretty good from TNT so far. Gets the damage boost on the second one.
Xander doesn't scroll.
That's really...
And loses his cape.
Oh.
And... Yeah, that's... Oh, he snuck through the first ring. I think he's going to have to wait at the second boo ring. Which he is.
It's a slightly unfortunate time loss from Xander. I mean, that'll cost him probably about 8 to 10 seconds. However, one interesting thing, TNT didn't pick up that backup cape.
No, he didn't, did he? Interesting. I didn't notice that.
And even though you probably wouldn't pick up that backup cape in an RTA, but costs so little time that you
Yeah.
might as well.
Will he get sandbar clip? He did miss it in practice. Oh, he just did fake sandbar. Oh, he didn't. Okay, that's interesting. He could have just ducked down and slid through that gap. I mean, I don't think it saves any time, but I didn't do the orb for Xander. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what Louis said, there's absolutely no reason not to take it, especially in a race. I can't stress that enough.
No, I think it's one of those things. It's just in the race mentality and just forgot.
Yeah, well,
Harpy, forgive me.
Having said that, TNT will be fine 99.9% of the time.
Well, yeah.
You might as well pick it up. Xander
picks it up.
Puck. And oh, he nearly gets the parade. So close, Xander. You tried.
I'm now watching TNT in the fort with my heart in my throat because this, if he doesn't get it right, Xander could gain a little bit of time. He might not be able to catch up. TNT seems to be doing this no. Oh!
What happened?
No, that was so sad to see. Oh no, that's heartbreaking. That's gonna cost him.
He does still command like a very solid lead, but that can sometimes shake up the nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
He probably would need to die twice, though. He has a very, very good lead.
He has a very good lead, yeah. I'm being blamed in chat. I'm sorry. I jinxed it. TNT will forgive me. These jumps have got to be timed so perfectly.
Yeah, they're close enough.
Yeah, TNT is doing fine. I mean, I'm always going in my head, jump, 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 because that's the timing I've worked out. TNT playing it quite safe at Resnor, and I don't actually blame him. He's a bit shook, I think.
Honestly,
I also would have a smart move.
Yeah, that was a very reasonable thing to do. At this point, your goal is to get out of there.
Yep.
Just get out of there with the win. Of course, there's still Bowser, and he is Small Mario.
Yeah, he won't be Small Mario if he gets to midway, so he's got that at least.
Yeah,
he's got some protection.
No, I didn't really mean for the Bowser fight. The Bowser fight is basically guaranteed. But maybe I've quite a few people died in Dark Room. And,
Xander takes the death of the Crushers.
That is unfortunate for Xander.
He had such a good game early on. He had a good to Roy, and he really played well after that. It's just unfortunate. He's just been unlucky. You know, it's one of those things. Even good runners will have a bad run one day. And this wasn't a day for Xander. This is not a bad run for Xander. This was a good run. He should be proud of what he's done.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy with this run.
Absolutely hammering these small
yeah.
Oh my word, dude! That was really nice.
That was amazing. And he's going for fast Resnor as Small Mario. Because why not? Just swag it out.
Yep. I mean, this is going to be a very impressive win for TNT. But that capeless Valley Fort was just beautiful. That is the silver medal. That's very good. I'm very proud of Xander in this race. TNT
same here.
Really well, so he deserves.
I'm thinking TNT is going to get a high 34. I think he's in phase 2 now. Yeah, he's in phase 2 now.
Oh yeah.
Are these guys auto stopped, or auto sleeped or something? What is going on? Opa. Okay, so I just used a rage that uses Zone Seek. So I have no idea what to do. Okay, so yeah, they were like auto.
There's no such thing as a pride in races. And that's
so
Very nice.
GG to TNT with a 34-48 according to SRL.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that's 34-45 by the splits. That's GG. Yeah, this is another really good race. And this is something I've been seeing as we've been getting further into the tournament. The races are getting really interesting. And I know I say a lot of races are interesting. That's the point. You would expect so many things to be complete blowouts, but they're not.
So Xander's in the final phase of Bowser, and he looks like he could still technically PB. I think, maybe.
You know, whenever you say technically PB, do you mean PB? Because it was.
It's a PB. 35-46 GG
like,
to Xander.
That was incredible. He was like 20 seconds ahead on that final hit, and then he gets the PB. It's so... Oh my word.
That's amazing. Well done to Xander and TNT. That was 1 minute, 1 second between these runners. That's how close this race was.
Yeah, I'm really happy about this race. Good job,
happy
guys.
I commentate. I'm really happy to have commentated this race. It was a really good race to watch. Will any of them join us in voice chat, I wonder?
I would say that's very likely. I imagine they're kind of just, you know,
soaking
after a race,
in.
you normally...
So TNT says he'll be joining us in voice. Apparently TNT is angry. He won and he's angry. I guess he's not happy with his run. And what in Lord's name has Xander? That's a horrifying face. I am terrified.
I think that face describes this run pretty well.
Hello. How's it going, TNT? How was that for you? How was your race?
I'm a little mad about that. Hello.
Why? It was a really good run. For you? How was your race?
I'm a little mad about that. My PB's at 33.55.
Why? It was a
and I lost my split, so I don't know what kind of pace that was, but.
I suppose, were you watching the restream? Did you know where Xander was?
Yeah, I saw Xander was like a level or two behind. Well,
like, based on that, then, I mean, it's a race. You know, you're not trying to get a PB. You played it pretty well, so, your ears? What's wrong, Laura? Oh, is TNT really loud? TNT, if you're loud, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe. My mic's just kind of... Let me turn off my fan. That might be messing it up.
There's a little bit of wind blast, but no, TNT, you should be really happy with you played
TNT.
Consistently. You did everything right.
There we go.
Hi.
My mic's pretty loud.
Hi.
Hey, Xander. GG
Hi.
on the PB, my dude.
Yep.
TY.
How was that for you? How was your race? How'd you feel?
I think I need to practice Roy's. I think I died in Roy's in both of my races.
But you held it up. I mean, you were playing so solidly before Roy. You played solidly after. It didn't look like you let that death shake you, and that was good.
The only other thing really was I damage boosted at the stupid place in Ghost Ship. Any of the 3 other places you can damage boost on the Boo Rings would have been fine. Oh.
I mean, it is really unfortunate because for sure it came down to Roy Fly, but it can happen. Like, it nearly happened to me in my race yesterday, and without the dynamic of that race working, that probably would have been a loss for me. Like, it would have been a loss for me, and it nearly happened to me, so I wouldn't blame yourself too hard. It's a pretty big part of the run, but
Yeah.
no, like, I suppose if you're joking, TNT, that's fine, but that was, like, there's no reason to be, like, upset with that or angry.
I don't know. It was
Angry.
just-
No, it was a good race. I wouldn't beat yourself up about it. Like, you did what needed to
GG
be
on the
done.
win, dude.
Thanks, man. Good game.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, what's the bracket looking like?
I don't know. Let's have a
Let's
look.
take a look.
I think I'm against Xanthia now.
Ooh,
That's going to be a good race, you and Xanthia.
Yes.
I mean, I know from the 96.
Yeah.
that's, yep. You versus Xanthia will be an interesting race. Now, unfortunately, Xander, you're in a very similar situation to me because Aaron being in the losers bracket, that's going to be the biggest upset. He's just going to pretty much steamroll through the losers bracket. And if I lose my next race, which I'm against Seathorn, I will probably.
Can I just
be
say,
Aaron.
I don't want to face that ever because there'd just be no point.
Yeah,
I would just sit there jumping up and down in YI2 going, just let Xander win. He's going to win. He's played consistently well. Every time I watch him play, it's a pleasure because he just plays so well. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. Same with TNT, to be fair. That's why I watched everyone, because you're all so fucking good.
I
Sorry, I
agree.
probably shouldn't have sworn.
Um,
Sorry to everyone out there. I shouldn't have sworn.
So no, it's fine. It really doesn't matter. So it's basically if you win your next match, you'll be facing Aaron, and I will have to face Aaron potentially, or you if you win. So it's not going to be easy for any of us really.
No.
That section of the bracket. But yeah, TNT, congrats on the win. What was your sort of highlight of that run, if you have one?
Highlight of the run, probably just getting good flight speeds. I made basically no mistakes I can think of up until Wendy, so just consistency really. That's what I was
Yeah.
looking to do.
I mean, I suppose on that, based on that, and what Louis said you were 15 seconds ahead of him coming out of Wendy's. So maybe you were going for that fastest race time, which
Yeah.
it's getting harder to get that, as it will over time. And we have Calgo tonight and Truman tonight, so it could definitely get beaten.
Mm.
But it'll be interesting to see as well. Does Calgo just do an okay no Starworld run? And it wouldn't even be cocky. It might even be the best play for him. Like, he's just an absolute god at that category.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be sort of funny if oh wait. No, never mind. Yeah. So coming up we have a pretty big race, and that is that an hour and 15 minutes? Am I getting that right? I think. And it's going to be between Storster and Tina Hacks.
That's going to be a good race.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good.
That'll be a good race.
And then in a couple of hours, we'll have Truman versus Runner Watcher and Calco versus Danke, and that's the number 2 and number 3 seed. Or sorry, number 3 and number 4 seeds. So yeah, we've had all the big seeds today.
Yeah. Those last few races are going to be the ones to, yeah, they're going to be the upsets. You know,
Every race today is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant.
And the next 3 very likely will be. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
guys, thank you so much for the race.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you everyone for watching and being a part of it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Agathor for the commentary. That was pretty damn good. You
You're
picked up
welcome.
most of the work there. It was really, really solid. And yeah, special shout outs to Twitchmaster for the restream. And shout outs to Def, who probably will be doing some of the restreams later, potentially. Okay. Oh,
Alright.
and if